Hey everybody, it's KayBeast, and for today's art video, I have the process of making my dad's Christmas present for last year. As some of you already may know, I draw birds for my dad's presents for Christmas and his birthday every year. I've recorded a few of them for this channel, and I decided to do it again because, you know, I obviously needed footage for something and I was working on making it, and yeah. So for this year, my dad asked me to draw him a yellow crowned night heron. So just pulled that out of thin air, but you know, he's the bird watcher, so obviously he knows birds. So I found some reference images and I found one I really liked, and instead of doing it in watercolor like I usually do, I wanted to pull out my color pencils because I just kind of felt like working in color pencil. It wound up taking way longer to make than a painting would because of the nature of how color pencils work. You really can't fill in large areas very quickly. So yeah, I kind of, you know, sabotaged myself a little bit, and that this took way longer and I was kind of working on a time crunch, but I really like how it turned out. So I still consider it a success. But I was basically working on this over the course of several days around like my work schedule, but I did manage to get it done in time for Christmas, so that's good. But yeah, so a couple of things. Since it's January now, and Happy New Year, by the way, my work schedule at my actual job is slowing down. The holidays tend to be the busiest for us, and this is the time of year when all of the college students are on break, so they're coming back to work. So I have more free time at home, so hopefully I'm going to try to get more content made is basically what the goal is. I'm still not going to revert back to my weekly art video schedule because I know that I won't be able to keep up with that consistently with work and everything else, but I'll still make them whenever I can. But on the other side, I really want to get back into streaming on Twitch. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to try to do one game stream and one art stream a week. But the days and times that I actually can do that is going to obviously depend on when I'm not working. So if that's something you'd like to see, I encourage you to follow my Twitter because I won't make announcements whenever I plan to go live. As for what kind of artwork I'll make on the streams, it might vary. I might work on a large piece that I intend to record for a YouTube video, so you might see them in both places. And as March gets closer, my art streams are probably going to be convention prep because I do have a convention end of March. On March 23rd, I'm going to be at Queen City Kamikaze in Manchester, New Hampshire. So that's a Saturday. It's just a one-day convention, but I do want to design more buttons specifically for that one. I have enough artwork to make prints of, so I'm not really going to focus on big pieces for the convention, but I do want to increase my button stock. So most likely my actual art streams for the next couple months is going to be designing buttons. So if that's something you'd like to see, definitely follow me on Twitter so you can see when I'm streaming. And I think I'll definitely at least make one art video of designing buttons, but probably near the end once I kind of have the process down, and it'll be easier for me to record like a cohesive video because it's still kind of trial and error right now. All the buttons I made for my craft fair a couple of weeks ago were mostly taken from Inktober pieces I'd already done, and I just cropped them into the buttons and then printed them and pressed them. So I wasn't exactly like designing artwork specifically for buttons. I was just going through what I already had. So yeah, with regards to that local craft fair, I did okay. I didn't sell a lot, but I wasn't really expecting to because it was definitely not the same sort of like audience that you would see at like an anime or comic convention, which is what my artwork I think is a little more geared towards. I think at least my table setup definitely was. So it was more people buying like jewelry or food and kind of thing. So I definitely stood out. But I did sell a few things, and I gave out some business cards, and I got a lot of nice comments on the artwork. I just didn't make a lot of sales, but that's okay. I've heard really good things about Queen City Kamikaze, so I'm expecting that one to go way better. But yeah, I guess I should probably remark on the artwork a little bit here. I used my Prismacolor Premier color pencils here, and in the past couple of weeks I've actually replaced a lot and gotten a lot more pencils. So I now have the full set of 150 colors, which is awesome because I've been working out of the 120 set I bought like 12 years ago for the longest time. So I got all the other colors that have come out since then. So I have the full set now, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. I used my Uniball Signo white gel pen in places for added highlights. I also use my white Posca pen because when you're dealing with a very waxy pencil, sometimes it's kind of hard to get liquid mediums to really stick to it. So in a couple places to darken some of the darks, I used my Pentel Pocket Brush pen, but I had to do it in layers because the ink would bead on top of it because of the waxy pencil, and I did a lot of layers of the pencil too to try to get the blending down. For the big section of blue, like right where the wings and the back are, where it's like a solid block right there, I actually used baby oil to kind of blend the pencil together and to fill in all the gaps, and I had to do a couple of layers of that. So that's why you see that gray patch, because baby oil has a tendency to bleed. So it bled in parts around the body, and then what I did is I took some and intentionally filled in the rest of that gap there underneath the bird, just to make it look like a cast shadow, to make it seem like it was intentional. My dad didn't care either way, but yeah, I didn't realize that baby oil bled that much. So that's a warning if you decide you want to use that blending technique. It will bleed a lot. Anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter if you want to get updates about those live streams. Alright, see ya!